Okay, so I'm back again. I have a couple things I have to say yet again. Um, I I know I promised to respond over the weekend, but I think it was Sunday night. Yeah, yesterday night, or responding today, but um, all weekend from the Wakanda Forever has been super busy. It was like just working my tail to the bone. And then I today it's one of those days where I got lazy since it was my day off. Just a moment. There we go. My other phone fell. So today I didn't do much. I really didn't do anything at all. I mean, over this weekend I was just like, I don't know, man. It was I believe last Sunday was the last time no, I was doing stuff on that day. But today was the day that I just got super lazy again after a really busy weekend. I woke up late today around 1:30. I really didn't do anything at all. Besides take the trash out, which was not too long ago as of me recording this. Taking the trash out from all the rooms that had it in them, and giving my pets the water they needed, and just wiping down certain areas that I ate off of the table. And the microwave that I used today didn't cook anything. I don't really cook on Mondays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays I don't cook anything at all because I'm usually super busy on that day, on that busy day off. Monday I only microwave stuff. Sometimes I might use the oven, but Monday sometimes I'm busy. But it depends. It just depends. Usually it's lazy if I have nothing going on, because usually Monday around the area I live, it's usually laundry day. But sometimes if there's a day that I'm not working, I can extend to the other day, because that way I don't know, I guess in case there's other clothes that are gonna get extra dirty and whatnot, I can throw those in with the other ones that have that were already thrown into the dirty stuff. I gotta find my mask. I recently just lost it. I'm talking about my work mask. I have a few other masks to wear outside of home if I would ever go out anywhere else besides my job. But my work mask went missing suddenly yesterday after I got done with stuff. Can't remember where I placed it last. Like, I remember having it last at my job or in my mom's car. I might have to check my mom's car, and if it's not in there, it's somewhere laying around at work. Because I just lost it yesterday. And I need that mask. So, it's November 14th. So it's been 2 weeks since Halloween. Haven't been coughing as much. I don't know if COVID lasts 2 weeks. I don't know if it... Okay, well, there was a little cough there, but I don't know if it is much longer than that, but... that cough went more than a week, I'll tell you that. That was super annoying. So, yeah. Not fun. And like I said, I was gonna reply, but that's gonna have to be extended. Today, I really didn't feel like replying to anyone again. I was just that out of it, like very unmotivated, even just for that. It's like I'm in a state of mental collapse. Barely have any stamina of motivation. Lost that in my senior year of high school, and I lost it after my first year of college. So, really, Bubba? My cat Buddy came here to interrupt. So he likes to lay down with me when he goes into my room. Sometimes he likes to lay down with me at nighttime. Like, he lays next to me, likes to cuddle. Such a sweetheart. Sometimes a troublemaker. But he's a good kitty. For the most part, a calm kitty. So, anyways, I've seen like so many people over the weekend coming in to see Wakanda Forever, and just doing other things. Just, even at the house. Just a lot. As far as I remember, back since Halloween. Until today. I think it's been a while since I've been kind of lazy like this. So, anyways, moving forward, I do have some other news. And it's regarding this week. I don't think there's really any plans after the 19th. Don't really think we're doing anything for Thanksgiving. I don't know what we're doing for Christmas. That's personal stuff, I guess. But the next time that I'm most likely to respond is Thursday. I still haven't even gone on Facebook even today. Well, I mean, over the weekend I didn't go on Facebook. Thursday and over the weekend because I was working. Even though I could have gone on after work, I just didn't feel like going on. I didn't feel like going on at all today either. Even though today was a lazy day for me. where I did very, 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 very minimal work. And tomorrow I work at concessions again at 2:30 in the afternoon. And then I don't work again until Friday. Then I'm scheduled to work over the weekend and stuff. And Mondays and Wednesdays I always have off. But there's something I'm gonna mention about Saturday in just a moment, because there is a lot that's supposed to be going on Saturday, and I plan on. See, I could have done some stuff for today. I already have stuff planned for Wednesday, really important stuff planned out, and maybe some for Thursday. The work days I have stuff planned out, but Saturday is also a work day. But there's something important I need to say about that, because there's also other plans. May have to get done earlier for plan for Thursday. At least to what I want to do when I get the chance to do it. So first thing I want to mention is let's see, I already mentioned what I was doing on Tuesday. Wednesday, you already know the deal with that. I got a major busy day of cleaning, because it's usually why, or sometimes I go out earlier in the day too. Sometimes that's also added on Mondays, go out earlier in the day to get stuff done, plus laundry. And then on Wednesday, since it's trash night, you take out the garbage. There's also stuff like cleaning, and then also going out to get stuff done. There's stuff like that. That's just normal stuff. Sometimes I do a bit of extra stuff at home, or sometimes do that stuff before and after work, depending if I have the time or not, as well. If I am up on time, or even have the time at all. But like I said, I could have had the chance to get some stuff done today, but first of all, I woke up at 1:30 in the afternoon today, and I mostly spent my time in bed. I didn't do shit. I did a few things. I shouldn't say, I did a few productive things. Other than that, I mostly just laid in my bed all fucking day. Outside of the things I mentioned earlier, I mostly just laid in my bed and watched YouTube videos. Didn't really do anything that productive. Even though I should have done some things to stay on top of it, since there's some important stuff coming up towards by the end of this weekend. So today would have been the right time to do some cleaning, extra cleaning in that case. And so that can be moved to Wednesday. Laundry can be moved to Thursday, but before I do laundry on Thursday, I could have done that today and something else. I could have had plans with the cleaning for today, but I felt lazy and didn't feel like doing it. So Wednesday, the cleaning can be done. I can do a little bit more on Thursday again. I also have laundry. I don't do laundry on Wednesdays. That would make no sense because I have trash to take out later in the day. So I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking weird. Because I'm changing into clean clothes and I'm gonna take out the trash later. Why would I do that? It's better if I just do it like before that. At least it would be before or after. At least like if it's before, it'll be like at least a day or two that I'm wearing the new clothes. Or after, it would be better to be after a Wednesday, because that way the dirty stuff that I wore after trash night would be thrown in the wash. It gives another 6 days where I can wear some of the other stuff and wait till next week, to do it. There's no way I would do laundry day and trash night in the same day. Unless we're talking about sheets and blankets. That's a different story. But I'm talking about like clothes. Clothes is... I'm not doing clothes on the same day of trash night. No matter what day it is, even if it was a trash night, it was a different day, or especially if it was in a different area, the same thing would apply. I would do laundry on a separate day from trash day. I would not do it on the same day. Now, around where I live, the trash would be taken out at 2, but I take it out later. Me and my brother take it out later because we don't take it out very early, even though my mom would recommend us to. We don't take... Sometimes I've taken out it late myself, like very late. And I'm talking about like when the garbage is picked up the next day by the trash takers, like the garbage truck. But me and my brother do it later, preferably later, because that's what would make more sense. Because that way we're saving extra bags. And if we did it earlier, we're basically what's going on and what's happening is that the trash that's being thrown away, there's going to be more trash in the new bags that are being replaced. Like the old trash bags that are being replaced with the new ones, there's going to be other trash that's going to be put in the new bags. And we just want all the trash out of the house by the end of the night. For the garbage truck to take the next day. That way, there's not so much trash still in the house. That's the ultimate end game goal. So we usually take it out around 8 or 9, preferably, because that's honestly what would make more sense. Sometimes 10. But I understand, like, there's shootings and strange stuff going on. Better to be safe than sorry. Or, well, I mean, there's not many shootings around in the exact area where I live, but sometimes there could be strange stuff that could happen. Being that in the city that I live in, it's very common. So yeah, laundry days and trash day, very separate days that I would keep apart from. So on Thursday I plan on doing laundry, but my youngest sister Madeline gets out of school later, and my brother usually picks her up on the weekdays. Sometimes my mom does if she's not at work, but my brother usually does it when my mom is at work. So, and sometimes I might be scheduled to be at work or sometimes I'm out taking care of stuff on my days off. Mondays might be an exception. I might just be at home and I might be, oversleeping. But my brother and my mom usually pick up my youngest sister Maddie. Usually wait for her to come home on the weekdays, and we do laundry from there. But before I do laundry, while my sister is in school, while my mom is at work on Thursday, I plan on getting my hair cut, all my hair cut. Because my hair is growing long, and last time I got it was in July. So, and if I have any extra time before my sister gets home, I might do some cleaning. Well, you know what? No, I'm not. If I get my hair cut, obviously I'm gonna get into the shower, right? So before and after, because the hair is gonna be all over the place, like in my hair, and if I scratch my head, like hair is gonna be coming out from the ones that were cut. So then I change my clothes and throw the clothes that were dirty into the laundry. And when my sister Maddie comes home, it'll be time to do laundry. And after that laundry's done, any extra cleaning that needs to be done, that if we haven't got the chance to do it from the day before on Wednesday, by any cleaning that wasn't done by the end of the night, when it was time to take the trash out, then we'll do some of that, because there's a guy that's coming on Saturday that has to do something that's important. It's not like an electrician changing the light bulb. I think it has to. I don't know what exactly it was for. I think it had to do with the septic backup that happened a few weeks ago, right before Halloween happened. And that was also a busy time. I'm not entirely sure. But he has to come in to do some extra stuff, so we have to try and make some parts of the home look like it's welcoming. It's not going to look entirely perfect, being that we have pets in the house and they might knock some stuff down. Still might be a little messy because, our pets sometimes knock stuff down. But yeah. Can you make up your mind, silly? My cat Buddy doing it again. So, that's what we'll get done. And then maybe we can also stay on top of it before or after work if I feel up to it. The living room, the kitchen, the downstairs rooms are a little harder to do. Upstairs rooms can be done a lot quicker. Kitchen won't be too difficult, with the exception of needing to know where to move the stuff around at. Well, the bottom cabinets are a tragedy, so that might be difficult to handle. The living room, where our pets hang out the most, that's gonna be the most difficult. And then there's the basement. That will be the second hardest to do. And the kitchen is the third hardest. The reason why the basement is the second hardest is because there's a lot of junk that's in our basement that would be hard to move around and kind of heavy. Just a lot of work that would have to be done there. In the living room, hard to stay on top of because, again, our pets hang out there the most. Kitchen is somewhat hard to deal with. It's easy and hard at the same time. It's easy because it's not like it has to be super spotless. Like it can still be done, and not everything is hard to move around in there. But being that our pets sometimes go in there, it would be hard to stay on top of the floors and anything they knock over. just in case have to do the back porch as well. That's slightly like in between inside and outside. But yeah. So yeah, the basement has a lot of heavy stuff and a lot of stuff that we have no idea where to move the stuff to. It's like super crowded. So yeah, of course I'm gonna have to shower again by the end of the night on Thursday. Once that stuff is done. So it'll be like 3 times that I will be doing that. And I usually shower before work, so there's that too. Since that guy's coming, there's something, there's 3 other things that are happening. I don't know, because I sent an email. Saturday, I am scheduled to work from 6 till end as a checker usher, which means I would be working from the evening until midnight. And I basically I replied to the email on the new schedule, if I can swap shifts with someone else, or if it was, well, I didn't exactly recommend a second option. I mentioned it, but I didn't exactly request for it because to request off at my job, you have to fill out a form on one of these papers on to schedule which day you're gonna request off, but it has to be 2 weeks in advance. And it's already too late for me to request off on the 19th. So that's a nail in the coffin right there. It's not because of the guy that's coming to our house to fix something up or whatever it is that he has to do. For me to talk to him and worry about that. There's something else that's going on. But I asked if I can swap shifts, and but if I was able to do it, or if I was able to still take off on Saturday, and someone could take the position who is not scheduled to work on Saturday, and they could fill in for me. And there's one person I know that could do that. Then, and I have yet to see the email if they replied to it, replied back to me. And I checked with my mom to see if the thing, it was a draft email that I saved before I sent what I sent. And I checked in with my mom to see if it was going to be an okay message. I didn't want it to be anything too vague or anything like that. But she said it was a okay message, so I managed to send it. I have yet to see it. And if it was possible that someone could fill in for me, I would have the whole day off on Saturday. I could get some extra cleaning done before the guy comes, and then prepare for the evening for the other thing that I have to prepare for, to go over to the other place. I'm not sure exactly where it's taking place. I haven't even mentioned what's happening yet. It's probably going to be the last thing I'm going to mention in a moment. But it would be a good thing, but if not, then I'm pretty screwed and stuck with it, and the event would be canceled. So the only option would be to swap shifts with someone who's working earlier and works until the evening. And in the evening, in the earlier day, I don't know. There are a few people that work earlier in the day, but the thing is, if I swap shifts with someone, they are all people that work at concessions, and I would be working from like 11:30 or 12, and working for 6.5 hours, and then be driven by my mom, I guess, because that's the only form of transportation that I could take to get to that event. There's actually 2 events that are going on, but this event that I'm going to is more personalized, and I'm not sure where it's taking place, but it's yet to be detailed. I'm gonna need details about where it's taking place at. So, if it's still possible, hopefully maybe they do give me the option that I can still take off and someone can fill in for me. But if that's not possible, then the only option is to swap shifts. The thing is, as a checker usher, not everyone is willing. Anyone who worked that day is probably not willing to stay until end, for a couple of reasons. For one thing, they might be tired by the end of the night, and 2, there's not going to be a form of transportation or a way of them getting home within that time, because their parents might be at work or whatever, if their parents are working night shifts, or if they don't have a car, or if any family members of theirs don't have a vehicle to, take them safely home. So, I don't know. Unless they get offered a ride from one of their bosses from upper management, since they get out later or around the same time. But if I'm still forced to be scheduled to work that day, then that event that was planned for me to go to, it's going to be canceled. That private event. I'm going to mention that private event in just a moment. The private event, I know what it is, but I don't know where it's taking place at. Now I got that out of the way. There's something else. That's two things I got off my chest about what's happening with Saturday, with work, me being scheduled for work, and the guy that's coming to our house. The third thing I'm gonna mention, and the event might be considered the third thing, but I didn't mention what the event is. That's gonna be the fourth and last thing. But the third thing is that there is another event, but it's public, that's happening earlier in the day on Saturday. And my job is part of it. I'm not scheduled to work at that event. Some people may have volunteered or they were just scheduled to work for it. But and if I do get the message or response back that I have a swapped position, might be with one of the people that work at that public event. That public event is in the city, and it's a parade. Where this parade is happening, I'm not sure exactly where in the city it's happening. It might be happening pretty close to the movie theater job that I have. Like the street that's close to it. It's near a business route. And because it's also right near the community college. Or it might be happening somewhere else. I don't know exactly where else. Might be happening near another business route or another street. Wherever there might be room for this parade. I'm not sure why a parade is happening this Saturday. I would think that maybe a Thanksgiving parade would be much more appropriate on the day of Thanksgiving. Because sometimes the city does do that, I believe. There would be like a local Thanksgiving parade. They could have saved that for the 23rd or 24th. But whatever, I guess there's something that's happening on the 19th with the parade. That's the public event. But I'm not scheduled to work for that. A few of my other workers are scheduled to work for that. Unless that swap shift thing happens, maybe then that'll be a different story. But I have yet to see that email. My internet is currently off right now. So yeah. That parade is happening. And anyone who is scheduled to work has an extra email sent out to them about what to do at that parade. So, and if that parade is happening where I think it is, well, I can just walk to it if I can get there on time. But it would be much closer to get there than it would be close to get to my job. Unless it's further away than I think it is, it might be a different story if I was scheduled to work for the parade. But I don't know. You'll see how things go with that. And this is where I lead to. Those are 3 things that are happening on Saturday. Here's the 4th thing. This is the 4th thing that's happening. And I just called this a private event. But this event is taking place at the same time that I'm scheduled to work on Saturday. And this is why it's a big beef. Because on Thursday, November 10th, this past Thursday, I turned 24. It was my birthday. My mom had planned a birthday party for me this upcoming Saturday on the 19th. Now, she scheduled that party for that day, and she told me, kind of last minute, there might have been enough time for them to see what if I would have told them that, the same date that my mom told me, but it was less than a 2-week period for me to take off from the 19th when she told me this. So I felt like I couldn't take off for Saturday, the 19th. And so it was kind of like last minute. She asked me, because it was only like a week and a half when she told me, like I had a week and a half left. It was less than a 2-week period, and she told me that she was planning on throwing a birthday party for me. It was too late by then. So, you know, the thing is, like, my sister Julia, she didn't have a birthday party celebrated for her, unless she had one thrown for her boyfriend. I don't know if that counted along with her. I forgot if the cake had her name added, because we did celebrate her birthday's boyfriend later on in the month, in October of last month, when we went over to their house. But my mom had planned that my birthday party for the 19th. She told me last minute. And if I'm not able to work earlier in the day and work until evening, or if I'm not able to still be able to request off, even though it's only like 6 days away, probably 5 by now, because it's 12 a.m. as I'm somewhere around 12 a.m. as of me talking, even though I recorded this video somewhere around 11 p.m., like the end of 11 p.m. So this is Monday going into Tuesday. It's Tuesday morning at midnight, as I'm still currently recording this. And this video is 55 minutes currently, so it's almost an hour. if neither of those things happen, then I'm still scheduled to work as a checker usher. In that time, then that party event is canceled. And I'm just still going to be at work. And that it is what it is, you know. So, that's what's happening with that. And that means on Thursday is the day that I don't really have, like, I'm not scheduled to work that day. So if I have any spare time by before it turns midnight of Friday, then I will have the chance to respond to people. Anyone who I have not talked to since about 2 or 3 weeks. 3 weeks, I would say. Between 2 and 4 weeks, actually. So, almost a full month. Because this month is already almost over. It's November 14th. This month just started and now it's already just ending. So, yeah, there's that. So those are the things that are happening. I didn't mention about me testing the computer. I could have done that today. And you know what? I did. I actually got the chance to charge my brother's laptop. And it turns out, now I didn't get the chance to see if it fully charged. It's still charging as we speak. But it seems like when I checked it, when I had my brother log in, because it needs internet to log in, I checked the status and it was charging just fine. So the charger had not seemed to be the problem. It seemed to be charging my brother's laptop just fine, compared to the issues with my laptop. Unless, of course, by the time it gets to a full battery, there might be, once I go back upstairs and check on it, but this video will end before I even get to that. I'll make an update video on Wednesday or Thursday, maybe Saturday, after all the stuff that happens there. I don't know, depends on how things go. But I'll see if it can get to a full charge. I also plan on swapping batteries and trying that again to see if, like, I plan on doing some tests. So this was the first test. The second test will be the swap batteries and to charge both of them whenever I get the chance to do that. Because I don't think this is, in my honest opinion, I don't think this is going to be the full determination by charging both laptops without swapping them. because I'm just charging one of each, but the batteries are not swapped. If I swap the batteries, and then it could be that the issue might be the battery. If the same thing occurs, like if my battery was swapped on his laptop, then the thing it was saying beforehand on my laptop would be saying the charging issues if the batteries were swapped while it's charging. So I have yet to test that as a second thing. But if it says it's charging, if it says it's charging and there's no issues, then what the issue would be, like if the batteries are swapped and my laptop still says it's not charging, then what it is would be, and my brother's laptop does charge, then that means it's the charger port and something with the laptop that is wrong with itself. It has to do something with the charger port where something must be damaged. Like I said, this has all yet to still be determined. But I did test out this for today, and it seems to be going fine. Last time I checked, it was at a 79% and it said it was charging. So, seems to be doing fine. I've yet to go back upstairs and check on it. But, I haven't. I'm currently downstairs in the basement with my camera phone facing down. So, if it goes on a white light, I'll unplug it and call it a night for the laptop to charge, because I don't want to overcharge it. Well, my brother's laptop, that is. I haven't charged my laptop to a full battery, so might have lost, and I haven't used it in a while either, so might have lost all of its battery life since I haven't used it in weeks. Since the time that I, showed the slideshow video about the issues it had. I know I have yet to respond to my friend Ty the Lombax from Twitter, Timothy Logan. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks. I haven't responded to him, but I know one of the questions he asked is, what model is my laptop? Because it might have been, I don't know if he said it was the charger or if it was the battery, but he wants to know what it is, what model my laptop is, because he was willing to help, which I appreciate, but I wound up taking time off again, and I'm sorry that I haven't responded. But there was just some stuff I was going through. Some days I was lazy. The few days I was lazy, and a lot of stuff, just pretty busy. And I have a lot of problems sleeping, a lot of sleeping problems, sleep deprivation, stuff like that. But hopefully this Thursday I will have the chance to finally get back to you, and I'm sorry if I'm taking this long. But that's what's happening. And I know my friend Marcus, whoops, I said his name. Well, at least I didn't say his last name, so hopefully you'll be fine I mean, just saying your first name. I won't say your last name. I mean, you have several accounts anyway, so I don't know what else to call you. I'll just call you by your first name. That way, because if I just call you by your first name, it's not. There's plenty of other Marcuses out there. They're not gonna know exactly what Marcus I'm talking about. But I know you were. I know you. I saw the notification on the phone, this new phone that I'm currently using, that I've had since July, since I upgraded it and I paid for it back in July, at the end of July. Um, but I did receive a notification about you commenting, um, to say happy birthday to me, and I will respond by saying thank you, Timothy Logan. I know it's been a while. The last message I remember seeing of yours was from Twitter about what model my laptop is. I still have yet to check for what that is, and it's been weeks since I've last used it, so I have to charge that again and check with that. But I did see the battery status on both mine's and my brother's laptops, and it's quite different with those two things. So I want to do a test again with the the battery swap whenever I get the chance to test again at some point, just to, you know, just to see, just to make a right confirmation to see what the real issue is. Me and my brother had a talk about that, and um, he thinks it's the charger port, since because we just checked today. And speaking of my brother, um, he still has to apply for jobs. And now that my mom is working a lot more, my mom wants me, when I have the chance, probably on a Monday like this where I was busy, she wants me and my brother to take the bus and find jobs. Or he could just log into his computer, one that I'm currently charging right now, and go on a Google search for that. Or he could just use his phone and apply, if he decides to do that. I mean, he says he was thinking, this was from the last video I mentioned, but he said he was planning on working at Walmart. Maybe I don't know what he plans on exactly doing at Walmart. I believe he might be thinking about working somewhere in the electronics section, perhaps. I don't know. That's entirely up to him. Um, he might be applying to some other stores. I don't know. I guess we'll see. He's been a lot on his video games. That's what makes it so hard to believe that he's actually been staying on top of finding a job. And me and him had an argument the other day, because he claims that our mom has taken him to places to find jobs, and that he's gotten calls, which is true, but I don't think that he's been searching that much. He's been searching, but he hasn't been searching much, if you know what I'm saying. Like, he's only been searching like once or twice a week. So he hasn't been looking very often, is what I think is happening. Because he spends, outside of the search, besides him feeding the cats in the morning, him helping me out when he's told to do it, and him picking up my youngest sister Maddie, he just go, oh yeah, and of course eating, making himself food. The only other thing those are the practically the only things he does. He really doesn't do much else. He goes right to his video games instantly. And talks online with his headphones. And he's not a bad brother. He's not. Like, sometimes we get into arguments, but when, stuff like, when we're struggling this serious, it's just, we need the financial help. And he is right about certain things about me. Like, I tend to be lazy at times when we got into the argument, but me and him talked it out, and we did negotiate, too. And, we basically did hold some accountability for stuff. So, sometimes we're not easy to, and sometimes we might not get along, but sometimes we manage to work things out. The hardest person that I had a hard time with the most was my sister Sarah, who works at the same job that I do. When she was living here at the house we live in, everyone here in this house had issues with her because she wasn't doing her part. Like, she did very minimal stuff. At least she could have cleaned her room, but she had her 2 other sisters do that stuff for her most of the time. She was acting like a queen or princess, like acting like a royal family member. Had everyone else doing the stuff for her. Well, she did the minimal work, or none at all. But now that she's working at my job, it's different because she's getting paid. It's like she's a new person compared to the way she was doing things here when she was living with us. She lives with her boyfriend, and she's been living with him for a year now. So, other than that, I don't have too many problems. Like, sometimes I get into arguments with my other family members, but they aren't as bad as my sister Sarah. At least when she was living here, I had mostly a lot of communication issues and issues in general with my sister Sarah when she was living here. Everyone did. She was just the biggest one holding everyone back. Of course, some things were my fault, and other people's fault. Everyone had a factor into things not getting done, but it was mostly Sarah. Like, there was a lot of issues with her. She was the one that had the most issues, getting into the most trouble. That's the way I could put it with her. But yeah, anyways, back to that laptop situation. So yeah, I got in help with that from my brother. But I have yet to test it out again at some point. So, I mean, that's that. I really don't have... Oh yeah, my friend, Just Classic 86. That part 2 about the stuff I mentioned from the internet news, that has been going on. Yeah, I didn't want to. If you even listened to that video, I hope you did. But I'm sorry if I sounded very rude. I really just don't want to be talked about Elon Musk. Just saying. I don't ever want to be talking about him again. I know this is the second time I'm saying this. I don't like the guy. I straight up don't like the guy. I don't want him forced down my throat. He's just as bad as Mark Zuckerberg. There's no argument here. He's just as bad. Keep it at that. I saw the news about how he was running Twitter. He's absolute shit at it. He is not good. Not any better than Mark Zuckerberg is. I know he was something in the last video I forgot to mention is that the friends who were friends with Jeffrey Epstein or were seen in photos with him and his wife Ghislaine Maxwell. Trump was also friends with them, though he claimed that he cut ties with them in somewhere around in the mid 2000s. Oh well, cut ties with Epstein, not his wife. His wife was a different story. So, I would appreciate if we just talked about other things that don't involve Elon Musk. I know you sent some messages on Google Chat. I don't remember what you were saying. Except maybe some changes on Twitter. I don't remember what the exact message was. I saw what it was, but then it just vanished. The notification basically just vanished because I had other emails pop up that were pretty important. So I just didn't see your message. Didn't read it. Didn't feel like talking either. But like I said, if we do talk again, I would prefer not to talk about Elon Musk. Okay? This time I'm just trying to be nice. Trying not to let that anger and frustration outside of me. Because honestly, he is a shit person. I don't like him. He does have the potential if he was to, well, I don't know, at least admit to his wrongdoing and take accountability. He's basically a narcissistic prick. He wants to call out others for doing the wrong thing, but then he's a hypocrite when someone calls him out for the same stuff, and then he acts like a whiny bastard. I know he said vote Republican or something along the lines like that on Twitter. So yeah, he is fucking super conservative. He's super political, and that's why I also hate his guts. He's one of those people saying, "Oh, it's always the Democrats' fault." He's the one-sided son of a bitch, and also self-thoughtful. Only thinks of himself. Takes credit for everything, thinking that he can fix everything. and then his cult followers, his cult supporters actually fucking believe him. Like he's some sort of god. He's just a human being. Just with more money. I'll admit some more knowledge, but he can also be a prick. And he, even with as much knowledge as he has, he also could be fucking, really fucking stupid at times. Just like any human being. You know, having a lot of knowledge doesn't always mean that a human can't make mistakes or do stupid things. Because even the smartest people can wind up doing stupid things. There's nobody's perfect. There was a reason why I said a while back in one of the old messages when I was talking to you, why I said I'm not a fan of Elon Musk. I tried to keep it simple. I tried to keep it nice. I tried to keep it at that because I didn't want him forced down my throat. I thought maybe you would understand. You know, maybe you wouldn't share that stuff so much and we could just move on from that. But then you kept sending other stuff. I should have asked politely if you could stop sending stuff about Elon Musk, if we could just talk about other stuff, like the YouTube policies. You could still talk about Mark Zuckerberg being a failure, but then you kept mostly bringing up stuff that involved Elon Musk, and that was fucking annoying. And look at where Elon Musk is now. He's a shitbag. So, yeah. I would just prefer not to talk about him. Let's just talk about other stuff, you know, that won't get us into heated arguments. The stuff that we if we get into some arguments, at least it could be ones that are little and we could keep it civil. Let's not get into ones like Elon Musk where it's probably going to wind up making us, you know, fucking have like a bloody civil war battle, you know, but with like Google chat messages, and then our friendship ends over that. I've already had past friendships, end over the stupidest things. Like one's on MeWe because I didn't respond to them because they wanted they I didn't respond to them because they wanted to roleplay so much because I wanted to talk to my other friends, or because one of them blocked me because I disagreed with something where they claimed that some actual famous person subscribed to their personal YouTube account from in the wrestling community. I had stupid shit like that in the past. Former friends blocked me over just that, or over those kinds of things. I don't want to get into a stupid argument with something like Elon Musk, like political stuff, and have our friendship, have you block me over this kind of nonsense. I'm not going to block you because that's not a reason for me to, you know, it would just be stupid for me to block you or end the friendship over that. But if you did that to me, that would just be ridiculous. I never block anyone over that kind of stuff. Not unless it gets super serious. Like if it was like a death threat, or you know, you threaten to find out where I live and, you know, threaten my entire family, or and actually literally attempted to do it, or actually did it. But I know you're not that kind of person. I'm just saying, like, saying that as an example with any person that would do that ridiculous stuff. I don't want you to block me over me saying this stuff about Elon Musk. We can just move on from that and, just talk about other things that can take both of our minds off that stuff. You know what I mean? So whenever we chat again, hopefully this upcoming Thursday, maybe we could chat about other stuff. And maybe you could tell me when you stream again. Oh yeah, speaking of the stream, I remember you saying something that you can only stream at certain times. You planned on streaming whenever you get something again. I don't remember exactly what the message was, but I guess it might be a while before you stream on Twitch again. Whatever it was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but hopefully you just let me know, and I'll look forward to that. Because usually when you stream games, we're usually civil, mostly civil when you stream, since you're streaming game and we're on the topic of that. And we usually mostly friendly with that kind of stuff. We work well hand in hand on that kind of stuff. I know I have Discord on the phone that I currently have. I have basically anyone I could talk to on there, so I might respond to some friends on there as well. It's been a while. There was one last thing I was going to mention. Oh, yeah. So I've already uploaded the gaming videos. I'm now able to do new ones since I cleared the storage and stuff. But I now have 2 new gaming videos that aren't emulator ones. They were videos that were recorded from Sunday. One was an instant play of that Galaxy shooter game. I beat like 3 levels, and that will be uploaded in the future. But I plan on playing that instant play game until I reach level 50. The game is okay, but it's also frustrating. Very, very frustrating at certain times. But I only plan on going up to level 50 because it seems like an endless game. And I really want to move on to another instant play game. If there's another one of interest. And that was 13 minutes, probably almost going into 14 minutes of that gameplay. Then I recorded an hour gameplay of a retro styled racing game. Beat the high score like 4 times, but I played for an hour. I was frustrated, but I basically enjoyed the game for what it was. I played till around 3 in the morning, like 3:30 in the morning. I should have not played for that long, but I wanted to pass the score of 200. But that game will be uploaded for whenever, just whenever. I plan on uploading the Galaxy shooter probably around like by the end of this year or the early January, and then the retro racing game probably for my birthday, sometime for my birthday next year when I turn 25. I don't know. They are just random times. And of course, I have yet to record in my spare times. I have yet to record other gameplays um, from my emulators. Uh, Kirby, Pac-Man, and Yoshi's Island. Those three games I plan on doing game game recordings for Thanksgiving that I'm gonna eventually schedule for Thanksgiving. I've already done a couple of them, but I plan on doing more. I also wanted to do a Super Mario World 1 re-upload. Uh, 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 well, not a re-upload, but I want to play that game again and try to make it to World 9, because I didn't do that before, but I didn't do that. And Castlevania 2, that game, that's for the Nintendo Entertainment System. I was planning to finish that game by Halloween this year, but that game is so long I didn't know what to do. I had to find another on YouTube on how to beat the game, and it's just, there's so much to do that has to be done that I am taking another year to try to find a way to beat the game. I'm scheduling any videos to save for next year, next Halloween, where it will be scheduled to showcase, just for the heck of it. So yeah, I will be doing more videos for mostly the emulator gameplays. I also have plans for Sonic the Hedgehog 2 that I will be doing later on this month. So I will be doing some gameplays and saving them for the end of this month to premiere. And some of Sparkster, maybe. Sparkster could actually be saved for the future. I'm not gonna. I know I did some this year, but I'm actually gonna save that for the future. Sonic Chaos for the Master System, for my other emulator, I could do some of that, but that can be saved for next year. There are some other games that I save for future. After Sonic 2 and Sonic Chaos, and after Thanksgiving related ones with, Pac-Man, Yoshi's Island, and maybe Super Mario 1 before that, if I get back to that. Miss Pac-Man, Pac-Man 2 Genesis, Miss Pac-Man Genesis, Yoshi's Island, maybe Mario World, Super Mario World again, but with World 9, if I decide to do that again. And Kirby, the first Kirby. After that, I will decide to do Sonic 2 and Sonic Chaos, and then after those, I will probably do continue focusing on, I don't know if I will continue focusing on Super Mario Land, the second. Or if I will, I'll just think about that. But I might finish that off, but might have to think about it. But I will continue Contra 3, the Alien Wars, and I will finish off Streets of Rage, the first game, with all three characters. Once November's over, I'll get to that. Oh yeah, and I will do at the start of December. I will also do the Snow Bros and save those videos um, for December 21st, which is winter, the day winter starts. So, yeah, that's that. My brother, by the way, is turning 19 on December 17th. I don't know if there's going to be plans for him, but we'll see. I don't know where my birthday will be taking place at. Probably will be, it won't be here at home. Because here at home is just not the spot to do it. It's not a place for us to do that. I mean, it's a very small space, and honestly, just only there's plus it's not very fitting, because there's stuff that has to get done in the house. Wouldn't recommend visitors to come here, even though we had in the past. But that's when the house wasn't looking too bad, but it's not. It didn't even look that good when we first moved in it, but it's gotten worse over the years, so. Anyways, yeah, I guess we'll see where things go from here. If I make an update video, hopefully it will be around Thursday night, or maybe between Thursday and Sunday. I don't know. Maybe it might be, I know somewhere around the end of October, it was gonna be the last time I did a video like that. But at the same time, I did say I might do more, and it turns out I did. So it might just be for a while. I don't know. I might not talk again until Thanksgiving. I don't know. It just depends on how things go. If I feel up to making another video, if I feel the need to. If I don't respond, most likely, like if I don't respond to anyone on Thursday, I might make a video like this on Thursday or another time when I get the chance. Because after Thursday, if I don't respond on Thursday, I don't know when I'm going to respond again. We'll see. Yeah. So, thanks for listening. Bye-bye and good night. Have to get some sleep since I go to my job at 2:30.